G'day. This is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlieleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free. You can become a supporter and join in the conversations. You can create your own conversations, and you will also gain access to supporter-only content. Today, it's topic number 183, the art of self-care. Again, I'm going to point to the interview that's coming out with Amy Lenius shortly. It's funny that I did this interview across the weekend with Amy, and these are the next sort of topics that I had in my list of things. This, I think, also highlights my own personal journey at the moment and where I am at in my own personal life and my business life, and how I'm rediscovering things that I already knew that I'd forgotten. And I think it's really good to talk about and just remind people that these things are important and you need to keep focus on them, because if you don't, the wheels are gonna fall off that little red truck. Let's get into it. Self-care, which is the intentional actions that you take to maintain and improve your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, is important because it helps you maintain your balance, not just physical balance, the metaphorical balance in your life. It helps reduce stress and it prevents burnout. I'm actually going to give you my own personal story here, or some of it, not all of it. Rather than, look to one of the big names out in the world and say, "Oh, this is what they did." I'm going to personalize this a little. I haven't been taking care of myself for a very long time. It is also something that I struggled with, and I have struggled with throughout my life. I said in yesterday's video, I think it was yesterday's video, that no, it was the one before, the day before. I've been blessed in being in workplaces where I've been able to live out my purpose. The issue that I had is that I became so tied up with working and success and all the trappings that go along with it, that I forgot to take care of myself. And I've done that regularly throughout my life. The last few years, however, and when I mean the last few years, I probably mean 8, 9 years, I really haven't looked after myself. It's a long story, but I let my physical health go. And that's been a challenge to even start to recover it. My emotional and my mental health was okay, but it wasn't great. There's been a number of things there that I've needed to look after for myself. And that has had flow-on effects. It's not just, that I don't feel great today, or I can't move very far, or I can't do anything. Like, I can't do anything really physically, because that's okay. I work at the keyboard. I don't need to do that. It has made. Sometimes I didn't want to. Why am I doing this? I could just give up. I could just go and apply to the government and get some social security. I'm fine. I could just do that. Thank goodness I didn't. Thank goodness I still had that discipline and that stubborn streak that said, "No, I'm not going to do it." And things have changed up in this last 12-month period, really, where I am now looking after myself. I'm starting to look back after myself. I'm starting to really look at my self-care and prioritize that. Not over anything else, but balance that out with the fact that I'm still running my business. I still have to deliver things to my clients. I still have to look after my team. I've still got my family that I need to interact with and keep that relationship going. Still got my friends that I want to talk to and develop those relationships. So by not prioritizing my self-care, I wasn't very well. I had a lot of stress. I certainly wasn't very happy, and oh boy, was I burnt out. So let's talk about some of the things that some of the strategies we can take for effective self-care. And I can also share some of the things I've been doing as well. So, physical health is the first thing. I'd lost that completely. Honestly, I was having trouble walking to out the front door. At the front door and down just a couple of steps down the driveway. No, I was done. Didn't want to. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. So, everyone says, oh, engage in regular exercise, maintain a healthy diet, and ensure adequate sweat, sleep. So much easier to say than do. And once you've lost all of that, really difficult. Doesn't mean you can't do it. So what I did was there's a couple of books that I haven't read, but I've had people sort of talk to me about what was in them. That makes sense. Tiny Habits, habit stacking. I started with, okay, I'm having trouble walking out the front door. So let's walk out the front door and go one step further than I have done before and then come back. Do that every day. And then I'd say, go to a little easier. I'd go to the letterbox and come back. Go past the letterbox and come back. So tiny little increments, tiny habits in my physical health or my physical exercise that has then allowed me to come back and do something more regular. Now, what does regular exercise mean? That's dependent on you. My inch goal, I guess it's called, my little habit, my habit that I'm stacking is that I move my body 30 minutes a day. Doesn't mean I have to walk, doesn't mean I have to run. It means I do something physical 30 minutes a day. Today it's raining. So rather than getting out and walking, I went and found a little cardio routine, a YouTube video. It was a 40-minute workout. I thought, well, that meets my 30 minutes. I'll go and do that. I feel great. Fantastic. So engage in regular exercise, even if it's just a little bit of exercise to start with. A healthy diet. Now, for those of us that are so busy that we don't feel that we've got time to prepare healthy food, we do need to just carve a little bit of time out of our day and say, nope, it is time for us to prepare a meal and eat something healthy. If you are having trouble doing that, then have a look at the things like the HelloFresh, and I can't think of the other ones that are around, but the ones that will send you in the prepackaged meals that you can then just cook up for yourself. So you don't have to worry about the prep. The meals are there. But do look after your diet. Do cut out the sugar or the excess sugars. Do cut out all the fried foods or the excess fried foods and the sweeties and the chocolates and all of those things. Really try to cut them down because it will help. Adequate sleep. That's a tough one. I am certainly not anywhere near good enough to talk about that. Sleep is something I struggle with. I did get myself a Fitbit. Thank you to my daughter, by the way, for sending that to me. And I have found that just even the sleep tracking on that has helped in getting me to sleep just a little bit longer. But you do need to look at how you can fix your sleep up. If you are going to bed after midnight and getting up early, maybe go to bed before midnight and get an extra hour. Even if that means that you need to lay in bed and just listen to something relaxing for an extra hour, do that. Eventually, your body will, I think your body might actually start to sleep as well. Mental health, got to look after that. Mindfulness exercises, meditation, look for other stress relief techniques to enhance your mental clarity and calm. Really, really important. If you're struggling, please see someone and get some help with that. I actually found that once my physical health started to come back, my mental health came back a little bit with it too. It's been really good. And your emotional help. Make sure you have a support network. Make sure you've got professional help if you need it. Set some boundaries, healthy boundaries to protect your own emotional well-being. There are people around who can help you do all that, and I strongly encourage you to go and get that support. integrating this into your daily routine. Yeah, okay, so this is all really cool stuff, Charlie. We hear it. We know what the rules say. We know what the guidelines say, but we're so busy. We're so busy in our businesses and trying to make money and put money on and put food on the table that this is the stuff that goes by the board. Well, it can't. You've really got to give it some priority. One way to give it that priority is to put it into your calendar. I actually have in my calendar every morning 30 minutes of exercise. Do your 30 minutes of exercise. It's funny. I don't know if anyone's heard about you gotta lick the toad, lick the frog, lick the toad. You do the hard things for when do you do the hard things? When do you lick the toad? Do you do them first or do you do them last thing in the day? Everyone's different. My preference is I get this stuff done early in the morning. That way, if my day goes to hell, I've still done the things that are important to me first. They're important to me, they get done first. So I have time allocated in my calendar to do my exercise. And if I find I've got a really busy week coming up, I actually then go in and say, you've got to cook dinner. So put your time in to cook your dinner. Make sure you've got food. If that also means that I need to say, okay, so I've got extra time on Tuesday, but the rest of the week is a bit tight, I will actually go and cook my meals for the rest of the week and put them in the fridge so that all I need to do is go and get them out, heat them up. I've got something to eat. You need to set yourself some boundaries, which is kind of what I've just been saying. You need to establish clear boundaries between your work and your personal life to ensure you have the time for self-care. So make sure you say if you say this is my time, me time, make sure it's me time. And as with everything else I've been speaking about, make sure you reflect and adjust on it. Make sure you look at where you're at, what your self-care practices and routines are, and make adjustments to better meet your needs. Just because you've decided that this is something you need to do doesn't mean that the way you've put it into your schedule, put it into your life, is actually the right way of doing it. And you won't know until you've tried, but once you've tried, be honest with yourself and say, okay, so I don't have enough time here because this backs up. So I need to move these things around in my schedule. Maybe this is a better practice for me than this one. Give it a go, see how you go. This is also one reason why I created my locals community, because I knew so many business owners, particularly women business owners, are losing themselves in their business, in their jobs, in their families. They're not taking time for themselves, and they don't have anyone that they can come back to and say, I'm so tired. I don't know what to do next. I don't know how to cope. What can I do? And I wanted the locals community to be something like that for you. So come on over. Join this conversation over there. askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. Tell me if you think I'm talking rubbish. I can only talk from my own personal perspective, and I can only tell you right now that I'm feeling great. I'm feeling so much better than I have felt in such a long time. And I've been doing this now for about 5 months. It's not been easy, but I feel great, and I really, really want that for you as well. But do come on over, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Let me know what works for you, what doesn't work, whether this is just all rubbish and you want me to shut up. That's great. I'd love to hear from you. As always, please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. Please leave a review if you can. I would love the feedback. And maybe share this video with someone who might benefit from it today. Tomorrow, I will be talking to you about the importance of authentic leadership, another one of my favorite topics. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.